Scooper. I want to get that little hair right there.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, welcome to episode 2 of
Be Better! Life hacks
Random
and
advice.
tips on how to not be an asshole. I'm Evan.
I'm Scott. Originally when we shot this, it was way too long.
Way too long.
There were 3 acts. We've split them each up into an individual episode. You're now watching episode 2.
Also, when I went to upload this to Instagram, they said that I could upload up to 60 minutes, but it was a lie. I can only upload up to 19 minutes. We're actually going to go back and we're going to pick up where we left off in the first episode and then work our way into the second episode. So, enjoy Be Better, episodes 1.5 and 2.
Also, we've got some of your comments and feedback already, and we really appreciate it. So thank you very much. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, share, like, post, comment, etc.
Check out the website that's connected to my Instagram, and it'll take you to a Google form that you can fill out to submit questions. We really appreciate it. This is a fun little experiment, trial and error, and we're working on being better so that we can bring you guys more fun stuff.
Happy quarantine.
Happy quarantine.
You look like a cat lady. How you always have the dog in your lap.
He loves me.
Any thoughts?
Yeah, no, I was just, it's interesting because I'm an actor. I guess maybe this is the same with anybody who is an independent contractor or sort of works for themselves. You have to create your own schedule. You have to create your own world, essentially. I'm used to this feeling. Yeah, there's some differences, like you can't leave the house. And you're around the same people all the time and whatever. But in general, I think the thing that most people are struggling with is this sense of like, what am I supposed to do with my time when I'm just inside? Creating a schedule that you can stick to so there's a sense of accomplishments. I'm gonna be inside for the next 4 to 8 weeks. I wanna create some physical goals. Like I'm about to take a bunch of measurements because I don't have a scale. Don't own a scale, that's bullshit. I'm curious how much progress I can make physically while contained in here just with bands. I want to sit down and like work on a project that I've been putting off for months and months, if not years, or even like a less project oriented and more like well-being oriented, reaching out to friends that I haven't talked to in a long time. We're having way more meaningful conversations with people.
Yeah, well, I mean, the genesis of this whole idea, you guys, it's obvious, is we're like, wait, let's do something creative and let's, this is to replace the lack of interactions we're having with people. We're like, we miss having a bit of banter with people. So we're like, let's use technology to do so.
Yeah, I feel more connected to a lot of people in my life than I have in a really long time because of the quality of the conversations we're having, because no one really has any place to be. So even people who are working from home, it's like no one has anything that they're rushing off to. In the book of our life, this is going to be the tiniest chapter, but I think it can be a really meaningful one.
I think everything's going to change. But ideally, this has taught us all something about how we can connect in different ways and how we can live different lives, better lives. I think about all the things I took for granted when I could go outside and just go to a museum or go to the park. I'm like, I'll do it tomorrow. And now that I can't, I'm like, fuck. There's this idea, I'm being real, there's this idea of immediacy that I wasn't seizing before. That now, when and if this all blows over, I'm gonna seize the day much more than I used to. Did I steal your question? I did.
I think the format now is going to be we both just answer the
Okay,
questions.
all right. So wait, we're on to the next bit. Secret expert. You want to tell us about this one?
Yeah, I just thought we may stick with this game, we may not, but I think that in every episode there should be a game. And this one is one where you get a question or a prompt or a job title, and one person is going to be me or you.
You are on blast.
Okay, so one person
Kids
is
say
going to be the expert on the topic and try and explain exactly what it is and or how it works or what have you, while the other person Googles it. And once they have a general idea of what that thing is, we get to see how close the other person was to getting it right. Does that make any sense?
Yes, and I can't wait. Okay, so actually today's secret expert, I mean, eventually we'll crowdsource this, but I actually know a little bit more about this topic than he does because I'm a geek. And so I want Evan.
Also, we're getting drunk, by the way.
Yeah,
so
this is some seriously strong.
we're getting low. I don't remember what our secret expert one was.
Evan Todd, you're on blast to be the secret expert of quantum entanglement.
Did you change it?
No.
I thought you did change it.
Oops.
Mine was about like microwaves.
Oh no.
Quantum entanglement?
No. Today,
Oh.
Evan Todd, now here's how the game is played. He needs to try to convince me that he understands the topic.
I do understand quantum entanglement.
Well, I have the definition according to Wikipedia.
Quantum
so
entanglement.
Tell me all about
Well, as an expert in quantum physics, I know that quantum entanglement is really about how particles interact with one another, and how the world that we live in is really about all the particles fusing, how things are fused together and entangled. And so, what we see in the world is really just how those particles have fused together, how they have entangled themselves with one another, which then like creates a chair or an ottoman or a Cooper. How close am I?
All right, guys, leave a comment in the comments below, because I would give that a solid C+.
That's better than I thought.
All right.
Scott has been obsessed with quantum physics for the past couple of months, and I told him, after he woke me up at 8 a.m. to talk about string theory, I was like, you gotta find a friend that you can talk to about this, because I am not interested. Partner distancing. Go away. What is quantum
entanglement? I'm going to misquote Einstein, but he basically said, weird behavior at a distance. I'm sure that's not right. You were so close. When two particles, right, become entangled, they can send each other information across like vast distances instantly. So we're talking 10,000 times the speed of light. And the reason that's important is because the foundations of quantum computing mean having two particles where we can measure their spin. When one goes this way, one goes this way. And then when we change the spin of this one changes instantly, even though it's light years away. So the foundations of quantum computing is being able to communicate via spin changes across vast distances in an instant.
Oh, God.
And it freaked out Einstein, but I would say, you guys tell me, I think he did a pretty good job.
I mean, it wasn't that at all, but also, I don't know what it is. I need to talk to my therapist about why, when it comes to science, I'm like, God, I could not care less. Not about science in general, but just about like quantum physics. I'm like, I have no interest. We could have a whole podcast about you trying to explain quantum
We
physics to
probably
me,
will.
and I would ask all the questions.
Background on me, I was a kid that took shit apart when I was little, and I wanted to know how it worked. Like, I took TVs apart, radios apart, and I always had extra parts left over when I tried to put it back together, which was really annoying to my family. But ultimately, I'm curious about why things are what they are.
I'm curious if anyone can see Cooper trying to get into frame right now.
Oh, can we talk about this whole video? He has been driving me crazy. I love Cooper, but he has been extra the whole time.
I didn't have a segue out of the second episode into the ending, so I thought I would leave you on this image of Cooper and Scott resolving their issues with a cuddle.
Be better! Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next week, and please write in and let us know what you think. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Freeze frame.